Hello and welcome to the Bat Cave. I'm your host, BlindBat8719. On today's video, I'm playing for you my Wishes Granted deck, commanded by Illuna, Apex of Wishes. But before I go further into the video, let me make a small ask of my audience. Just click the subscribe button down below. Help me grow the channel, be greatly appreciated. Now my Wishes Granted deck is my favorite deck that I have built so far in the Brawl format. I have a video where I go and do a more in-depth deck take, and I'll put a link to that in the description down below, as well as the card should be appearing in the top right hand corner right about now. When Kaldheim came released, the only updates I made to the deck was Behold the Multiverse came in, as opposed to, and I took out Reign of Revelations, and I added in the Bark Channel Pathway to complete the pathway cycle, and I took out a mountain. So with all the updates from Kaldheim out of the way, let's jump into the arena for some brawls. I'm going to keep this hand. It's 2 lands. I have the red and the green. I have a lot of ramp with Mutate. I'm going second. I think this one's worth keeping. Playing against Charlie Brown, piloting an Esika, God of the Tree, but most likely a Prismatic Bridge deck. So that's going to be a lot of ramp, a lot of Planeswalkers or big expensive creatures will be flipped into. Went down to 6. Temple of Epiphany, keeping it on top. There's my blue source. I'll lead off. Let me say hello to the opponent first. And lead off with the green source. Now I would probably want to start. I'm thinking about which one of these do I want to play out first. I think I would rather lead off with Rada. Primarily because... I want to lead off with Rada if the hand stays as it is. If I draw a land, I may consider playing out Dryad of the Elysian Grove first, as that means I can play out 2 lands in the same turn. And that will be the play then. So I can play out Dryad. Gem Rage is really good right now. I should hold on to that one, as that will let me blow up the first time they play a bridge. Yeah, Forest is fine. Now the other thing I could want to do if I want to be a little tricky would be to play out Rada. Never mind. Finding the Old Gods. Alright, so green source. I'm going to go with Rada here. Oh, actually, Rada. You're going to search for a land. Let me play out the Sterix here. Because my thinking is if the Sterix sticks, I can play 3 and 3. I can, that regards, or worst case I do 3 and 3 that way. There's the bridge. So let me start by mutating the Sterix here. Put it underneath. Doesn't matter those triggers. Blow up the bridge. What did I lose? Deliberate. Alright. The wrong land for this sort of thing. But I think let's not waste an opportunity to mutate again. I'll blow up. Now it doesn't matter now, but let's get another blue source. Put those into play, and then I get to swing with everything. Blow up the egg as well, and hit for 13 points of damage. They play a board wipe. I'm still in pretty good shape, I feel like. I could play out. Yep, there's a Dooms card, totally fine. I think I'm just gonna play out Illuna and Rada. That's a little bit more mana at least. Swing with both for 9 damage. Oh, they have a Heartless Axe. Alright, never mind. I think the bridge is too little too late. Activate her ability. which I think my opponent forgot about. And yeah, deal 12 damage to the face. Charlie Brown, thank you very much for the game. Let's go on to the next one. This hand seems like a good keep, actually. 2 lands with a template to help me find another one. I'm going second, so I'm not maybe not the best. But Arcane Signet into an Uro I think is a good start. I'm playing again Sendian, piloting a Klothtys, God of Destiny. Now that reminds me, maybe the Uro play may not be the best, because their turn 3 will probably be Klothtys, and there goes Uro then, as a one-shot. But I think it's still worth going for. So I will keep this 7. Temple of Abandon, they're going to keep it on top. I'm going to say hello to my opponent. The Temple of Epiphany now. Lotus Cobra, alright. Now you get some options. Definitely going to play the Forest. Do I think they're going to Lightning Bolt Lotus Cobra? Let me think. If I play out the Arcane Signet first, the next turn I play out Lotus Cobra, Landfall, I still get 3 to be able to play out Uro. So I'm going to go with that play. So it's happened to me one too many times before where I've been burned by playing a Lotus Cobra out first. They shock it, they stomp it, and then that kind of... Really? Wow, okay. Yeah, Wilt. Did not think about Wilt. I think I just go straight for the Uro play here. Alright, got nothing. Entirely possible I maybe should have waited. Deliberate. I think I like the idea. Oh, I think I'm short up on mana. So let me go with Lotus Cobra here. Play out the Glasspool there. This way I get a mana at least from the landfall trigger. I'm going to deliberate now. Yeah, I think that's actually pretty good. So there goes the Uro. Now, depending on what if the Lotus Cobra sticks. Oh man, I'm getting excited. I'm going to be able to again use Cascade into the Quartzwood Crasher. But even then, still sticking the Lotus Cobra, I can mutate onto it for Bro's Intervention. Okay, that's fine. Totally fine. I'm thinking if I do the Quartzwood Crasher, I would be able to set up for an attack next turn. I think playing tearing out Terror of the Peaks might be the thing to go, actually. Did I lose my turn? Okay, I did. Oh, he got killed. Okay. Alright, so that makes sense. Killed at Terror of the Peaks. Slaying Fire. Let me go with the Quartzwood Crasher here. Sorry, I just got disconnected from the Unity thing, so I'm trying to really quickly figure out what happened with the game state. But yeah, I think Quartzwood Crasher is fine here. Just trying to see... Oh, I didn't read that card. I rushed a little bit to get back into the game state. Alright, I think... Alright, so... Disappointing, but I killed a couple of removal spells. I'll flash in Thrix. I think... I'm starting to get the impression now their deck strategy is basically to kill creatures... every creature possible, and that way then just drain me with with their commander. All right, Thrix sticks, land. Gonna play out Morag first. Going to swing with Thrix. Play out land, get the landfall trigger. And then swing again. double strike, so it's 4. Alright, keep that in touch, keep that in mind. Woo! Sorcery will deal damage to a player. It deals triple that instead. So this is going to be doing me 6. No blocks. I got the... Thankfully, I have the armor kill, so I'll take this... Oh, 12. I didn't think through the math on this. Taking 12 there. Okay. Alright, so let me swing in first for 10. Or sorry, it'd be 12. Play out the land. Alright, yes, alright. So, I've granted now, so I didn't necessarily need to mutate the Gem Razor there to get rid of this. But the extra attack step did the trick. So, Sendian, thank you very much for the game. Let's go on to the next one. I think I'm going to mulligan this hand. I'm playing against Rushlight, probably in Heliod, Sun Crown deck. These are life gain decks that play a little more low to the ground. And, I mean, while Broken Wings is kind of nice, because I know they sometimes play the Flying Mothra. I think I want something a little bit faster than this. This actually is good, I think. I'm going to keep this. 10 Fires of Invention to either then Wrath or use my Duration Path. I think that's great. Or I could try to hold on to these and use those as a combo. So I'm going to keep this. Temple of Abandon to see what's on top. I mean, granted, I am at the... I know I said about being a little bit a faster thing, but I feel like Fires of Invention to Storm's Wrath would be pretty good. Start by saying hello to my opponent. And then you'll lead off the Temple of Abandon. Lotus Core was a good one to have. You can play that out on 2. If it survives, I'm looking at least the Fires of Invention. Fires of Invention a turn early. Still going to be a little stuck with the mana issue, but it's a start for the Mellitus. Does that mean that they didn't have a third land in hand? No blocks, we'll take the 1. Alright, Ballad Get Recovery. Not the best, not the worst. If I play out the Ballad... Actually, no, Ballad Get Recovery is fine. So that's 1. This is probably not necessarily the right way. I need the land that come into play. I need this actually worked out. If the Ballad Get Recovery was a card, a land that came into play untapped, I'd probably be a little bit better off. Let's get another red. I would be a little bit better off, as then I wouldn't have to necessarily sacrifice the Fatal Passage this early. That's the only thing I could... Oh, I could cast that now? Oh, sure then, yeah, actually. Bring back the Fatal Passage. No attacks. So now actually what I can do, which is really kind of neat. 4. I should be able to actually have enough mana to mutate Illuna onto Lotus Cobra and then wipe the board with Storm's Wrath. Let's not screw this up. Let's hit the blue at least. And let's get another blue here. All the blue. Mutate onto Lotus Cobra. Take the over. Great Henge is a good one to get, I'd say. Swing in the combat. Wipe the board. End the turn. Alrighty, got them to concede. Rushlight, thank you very much for the game. Let's go on to the next one. Alright, with this hand, I think it's going to be a mulligan. I'm playing against Aleiguinis. Oh, I think I know Aleiguinis, yeah. Piloting an Ashiok Nightmare Muse deck. And I'm going first. I just feel like this hand relies too much more on the fires going on, so I'm gonna take the free mulligan. All right, I like this a little bit more. At least I can start a turn early. I think the Mythos of Illuna is great because I could always copy their Ashiok, which I think is kind of neat. So I'm gonna keep this, say hello to my opponent, and lead off with a forest. With the Dryad, I'm hoping I can draw at least a 4th land, so this way then on turn 3 I can play out 2 lands. Sad face that I don't actually have the red to be able to cycle this right now. Swamp Island. Ugh. Agonizing Remorse. And there goes the Dryad, I would say. Perforos they got rid of. Maybe because they don't have a way of actually dealing with him? Alright, since I already have a blue in hand, I'll play out the green side. Play out the Dryad. Play out the island. So I have enough for the Mythos to copy something. And then the issue becomes now what I draw next. If I don't draw a land... okay, Midnight Clock, not bad. Worst things to get from my opponent. So I think the simple start would be to swing in. And normally I wait till the end to cycle this, but since he gets shuffled in when I cycle him, it's better to use the ability now and then use the Temple of Abandon to see what's on top of my library, as opposed to doing it the other way around. So Blind Epiphany, while good, isn't a land, and I definitely need to be drawing lands right now. As I would say, the Ashiok's coming down next, and I don't have double red. So Storm's Wrath is great. It's nice that I have the red for the Mythos, but I think they're going to... no? Nothing? Alright, so now it gets to be an interesting game of chicken almost. I think they're thinking I'm going to mutate. So I think what I have to worry about here is a Voracious Shark. So I'm just going to swing in for the 2. And if, let's see now, if they play out the Shark, what am I missing? They just get a 5/4 body that I can beat up around? If I mutate onto the Dryad, no, I think they have a Shark. So I'm just going to end the turn. Rain of Revelation. I still think they had a Shark, though. Alright, discard the Swamp. So if they bounce the Dryad to my hand, little bit of a problem. Might get rid of the Dryad. Well, let me crack. I don't actually need to crack the Fatal Passage, so let's just go to my turn. A deck fanning could be helpful, but I don't think it's necessary at the moment. I'm going to swing in. Yeah, I'm going to swing in. If I play out a Luna and they have a Shark, they have a 5/4 in play, I used up my whole turn, and I got Squat. I think it's worth playing out the Turn Timber here as a land. And I'm going to pass the turn. I still feel like this is the right play because right now they're not committing to anything else. So yes, I'm slowly killing them 2 at a time, but at least I'm attacking. They don't have any, the Shark means it's counter magic potentially, as well as they are not affecting the board state at the moment. That's a good question, actually. If they have a Shark, why do they get rid of the Perforos? Alright, Bloodchief's Thirst. Now I have to crack the Fabled Passage because it doesn't tap for mana anymore. So it's possible they have Cancel mana up, but also because the Midnight Clock also costs 3, it could just be that. red. Behold the Multiverse. I'm gonna go with Illuna so they can always recast him. Didn't say please. Okay, that resolves. And I lose... I get an Uro with, I think, enough things. How many things are in my graveyard? I have 6. I'm going to decline. And then I'm going to foretell Behold the Multiverse. So I chose to decline putting the commander in the command zone there because that's my 6th card, so I can cast Uro next turn and then make use of the fact that my commander is in the graveyard. And now, actually, if I draw a 4th land, I can use Storm's Wrath a bit. Resolve. Alright. So let me see what if the Storm's Wrath resolves here. Does that at least weaken the Ashiok? And let's see if they have an Essence Capture. Or Essence Scatter. Yeah, Ballot Get Recovery, yep. And what's good too now is that Uro can't be bounced from Ashiok. He can still die any other way, but he won't be bounced now at least. Brazen Borrowed. Alright, that's fine. I'm surprised. Oh, actually, Kura's a powerful play. I'm surprised, though, they did that one a little bit because they might draw a counter spell here, so I have some free reign to try some tricks. Granted, I have to do with worry about this thing. So now let me think. If I go, I could Mythos of Illuna. Theirs. Return target on turn. They discard something. Trying to think what's my best play here. 5. Play out Sterix on 5. To Uro. Let me behold the Multiverse. Let me see what I can find. I think I'm going to start with that play. Solemn and Seagate. Seagate's a setup card. I don't think I have enough blue right now for it. Broken Wings. Alright, that's what I wanted to hit. Something like that. So let me get rid of the enchantment so I don't worry about things being tapped down, thankfully. 4 mana left over. Oh, I should have had them retap with Broken Wings differently, so I at least could use Mythos or something. Let me play out the Uro first, the draw card, in case I draw a land. Gain a little bit of life here. Alright, put in Temple of Mastery. Pass is good. More the land, better. So the mana greediest play I can see right now is 8 plus 5 is 13. So 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm at 10. I'm gonna have 11 mana. But Thassa, Terror, and Mythos is a sick combination. Alright. Ugin puts a little bit of a damper on things. I think it was a good thing I kept that land on top now. At least I lost that. Yeah, let me stick with this. And let me just -5. Alright, so, the 5 is a little bit on the high side, but... And then... If I do this... I have 2 left over. Graveyard, I need another card in my graveyard. I think playing set with fast is better. So I'll do that for right now. And I'm going to end the turn. Nothing to bounce. But at least I reset the board a bit. I think, yeah, so their play will... Oh, they're on the Rune Crab play now. That's not fun. Alright, so those are some good cards. Now, if I can have them overextend a bit, and just... Which they're probably not going to do, but they can overextend, play something out, it'd be really nice. Entirely possible that last turn was... Okay. That's when I'll... Please plus here. Please plus up. I think that's a minus. Okay. I think I gotta get rid of the Thassa. So I want the 6 damage from Terror, from Auspicious Sterix to hit the Ugin. Alright, land is good. Land is pretty good. Terror. Let me go with Uro here. Because the chance that I draw something that I can maybe cast is worth it. So we're going to target that. Alright. Get something else at least. Three more things. So Uro at least will be pretty good, reliably coming back. They didn't want to use Ugin to get rid of my board? Oh, because that would have killed the Ugin, that's why. Alright, bottom 2 cards. Let's see what I have. What have I lost? Did I lose my draw spell? I think I did. The draw spell's down at the bottom. Oh, that's... Oh, it is way -3. Alright, Seagate. Alright. Alright, so I... Oh, not yet. I don't have a chance just to cast anything willy-nilly. Well, let's see if Illuna sticks. Essence Scatter. Totally fine there. See if I can get the Sterix to stick now. Alright, Sterix sticks. I think keeping the land in hand right now is a little bit of a bluff is good. And I just gotta wait for the Sterix to survive another turn. Actually, keeping the land in hand is pretty awesome because if they do decide a -3 with Ashiok and replay them, at least now I am able to discard the forest to Ashiok's ability. The game that I'm not great at playing. So usually in this situation, so here we go. So if I do this, they're going to see its lands, they'll take the unknown card. If I do this, the Sublime Epiphany I think is just better than giving them 2 random cards. So I think I'm going to try this on the off chance they think the 1 card is better than those 2. Alright, so I mean, I just kind of figured they'd want the Sublime Epiphany since it's just such an awesome card. There was no way for me to actually win that in terms of what's the best thing here. And I think my Sublime Epiphany is gone. Yeah, mine's in the graveyard. So this is starting to look a little bit like a wrap. Beyond perception. Well, that's comforting to know. The Ballad Recovery. Did that get exiled? It did. Okay. Am I dead on board just yet? No, I am not. So I'm going to start by casting Illuna. This way then, they're going to use the Sublime Epiphany now. Ah, they had the... Well, I mean, granted, it cycled last time, but there was a shark floating around. Alright, end the turn. This speeds up the clock a bit. 11. It's 11 plus another 3 is 14. That's a good game from them. Alright.
Consider this warning.
Let them get the damage hit on. -3. Off the top of my head, I don't really see where I could have played a little bit better. Probably when I review the tape, I'll see where the mistakes are. Aleiguinis, thank you very much for the game. Let's go on to the next one. And that is the video for today. Let me know what you thought of the video in the comment section down below. I especially want to know what you guys would think of this type of video where it's just a gameplay video and then the deck text in a different video altogether. Is that something that should I be exploring? Would you guys appreciate that style of video content more? Or would you rather have what I usually do with the in-depth deck tech along with the game, coupled with the gameplay? If you liked today's video, hit the thumbs up icon down below. If you like what I'm doing, please subscribe to the channel to help me grow. As always, thank you for visiting the Batcave, and have a great day.